So set those calendars, ladies and gentlemen. Get the popcorn ready. And get ready for probably a really, really long queue, just like last time. But hopefully, it's going to be worth it. Because we finally have the Warzone event time, the date. And we know there's going to be a trailer at the end of this. Let's do this. So how is it going? Dank Division. Yeah, I know. I've been gone for quite a little while. I'll explain that at the end of the video. But more importantly, today we got the first official teaser of Call of Duty Vanguard. So before I even go in talking about that, let's let the video play out.
Whatever we do it together.
So after watching that trailer, we can now confirm our 4 main protagonists for this game. The first one, going by the name of Polina, which we see is the name on the Mosin, which any of you who have been wondering, that cutscene where you pretty much get sniped if you win the Warzone match, that would be the new character. And what's better yet is her real life counterpart is one of the most badass snipers of all time, nicknamed Lady Death, boasting a KD of over 300 confirmed kills in World War II. And you want to know how she died? She died at the age of 57 from a stroke. That's just proof that a freak of nature can only be taken out by nature itself. So the next character that we have, it goes by the name of Lucas, which is pretty much shown in the teaser for the North African campaign. And his real-life counterpart, this man actually has a book on him called Mark of the Lion. This man didn't give 2 shits. This man's name is Charles Upham. He gets captured and literally tries to escape over and over and over and over again. And the funniest story, and I'm going to show you this picture and explain to you why this is fucking hilarious. He ends up escaping, or at least attempting, to climb the fence in broad daylight, gets entangled in the barbed wire, falls between the 2 fences, which you can see right here, and as a guard is pointing a gun at his head and threatening to shoot him, he decides to not give a shit and smoke a cigarette right in front of him. In which case, this photographer snaps this shot right here of the man giving 0 shits and 0 fucks. If Lucas is anything like this character, we're in for someone who might have more sass than Captain Price and Woods combined. So the next person we're going to be talking about is Sergeant Arthur Kingsley. For those of you who've been paying attention to the leaks as of late, Kingsley is one of the names, along with Kitsune, which we already have, that were leaked for Season 5. So odds are, when we get the reveal event, he is going to be the character. And honestly, what makes him tick? We're talking about one of the first black paratroopers, and his real-life counterpart is Sergeant Sidney Cornell. Now, what makes this so significant is that this person, I'll kind of just briefly touch up on it, was incredibly dedicated to his men and to doing his job, that he was wounded so many times bringing messages back that it wasn't even funny, and was an inspiration not only to his own soldiers but to every soldier who ever heard of him. Hence, if you guys were watching this teaser and you hear that little snippet at the end where it's whatever we do together, that's Arthur. So that's probably going to be the main base of the characters. That's going to be the motivational compass right there. So the last person we are going to be talking about is Captain Vernon L. Michael, who in-game is going by the name of Wade. So this guy, pretty much, he was notorious for kind of downplaying how important he was, but this combat pilot took part in the Battle of Midway and had a very significant role. In fact, the plane that he was on landed 4 bombs on 2 carriers and sank both of them. Now, to this day, no one knows which people on the plane dropped the bomb, who called everything. So they pretty much just gave awards to all of them and just said, here you go. But at the same time, it's going to be interesting to see what part we kind of get, especially if we're going to have a pilot, if we're going to have some flying missions or something along those lines. We'll have to wait and see. So those are 4 main characters that we have, but we all know what's on our minds, the event that's coming up. So at the very end of the trailer, we end up finding out the name of the event, the time of the event, and the date of the reveal. The Battle of Verdansk, which is going to be on August 19th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, or in my case, since I'm Eastern Standard Time, 1:30 p.m. So it's also worth noting that they gave us a few teasers in there, in which case they bring up what they refer to as a new weapon is going to be rolling into Verdansk, talking about that assets in the field suggest an armored vehicle, but intel is quote-unquote limited. They already said that the target arrival on location is, as we already know, 819, and they tell you to squad up and work together to take it down. Now, does this mean that the entire lobby actually has to work together and not grief the shit out of each other? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But it's worth noting that there have been leaks already that we are going to be seeing an armored train, as well as all the teasers that we have been hearing in Warzone, from the audio cues and everything talking about the train not arriving in the station, etc. Everything points to the train playing a much more significant role than we realize. It's also worth noting that we got a notification today alerting all Verdansk passengers that passengers traveling by train must allot extra time for security. Expect mass delays in Verdansk. Speaking of delays, I'm going to warn you guys right now. We know what happened with the last event, with the ending of Verdansk. Be prepared. Have your console at the ready. Do not all try to hit the start button at once. If you have to and it doesn't work initially, wait 5 minutes. Because the last thing you want is what happened last time, where we're all sitting waiting for the service to load up and the 20-minute wait turns into an hour turns into 2 hours, and before you know it, the event's done and you're sitting there realizing you could have done anything today. Or for some of us, you're going to be at work, which hopefully, like Know Your History, they'll add additional times that you can accomplish this wonderful event, but that's pretty much still up in the air. So hopefully you guys are just as excited for this as I am, because I already traded shifts with someone just so that I could end up playing this. Hopefully it's not a dud, because I'm going to be working on a weekend, which is going to suck. But now it's time that I actually talk about... So for those of you who want more COD news, this is where I'm going to cut off on the COD news, and I'm going to focus on myself, the channel, and where I've been for the past couple of days. So this is a rarity for you guys to see. You don't usually see me on the videos. I tend to hide behind the scenes all the time, just recording it, etc. But I've been gone for about a week. And to be perfectly honest, it was because I was in this really, really bad mental funk where I would get off of work, come home, sit right here, right in this gaming chair, and I would get all excited. I'm gonna make a video, I got this. And all of a sudden I would just get hit with, I feel nothing. And it kept happening day after day, and I couldn't get out of it. And there are a couple of people that I would like to thank for pretty much helping me get out of this, because if it weren't for you guys, I was very close to throwing in the towel and just saying I'm done with it. First people I'd like to thank are all the OG people who have been here since day one. So that's like Monty, Orange, J Long Nation, Cap Gaming, Haas, all of you guys who have been here since I started. You guys have pretty much been pushing me to my limit and had me surpassing my limit to a point where I never thought I would get as far as I have right now. Even with restarting the channel, hitting 85 subs right off the bat, it is absolutely amazing, and I can't thank you guys enough. Another person that I would like to thank is the person that I was sitting in his chat last night. The man's name is MJ Crazer. If you guys don't know who he is on Twitch, this is going to be kind of hilarious. MJ Crazer is the mocap actor for Stitch. How I became his moderator is still beyond me, but he gave me the word of advice to just start small. Even if it's not your best work, create something that you enjoy, and over time you'll get out of the funk. And quite frankly, I took those words to heart. And I can't believe that I'm sitting here just ready to take on Vanguard, take on the rest of whatever Cold War has to offer. And I'm going to tackle this one day at a time and push further than I have before. There's one last person I'd like to thank, though. And she's actually listening as I'm recording. And that would be the crazy lunatic that I use for my research, which half of the stuff that I've been saying in the videos, sure, some of it I know, but not all of it. And that would be my conspiracy theorist slash former co-host Layla. If not for her, most of the times when I'm sitting here on a Monday night recording, and there are some moments where I'm sitting there going, man, I'm kind of bored making the video, this is not entertaining, she'll just give me a good laugh, say something incredibly stupid, I'll have to stop recording for half a second and go, did I just hear you right? And I will laugh for 5 minutes. Granted, that doesn't exactly help me with my sleep. But she's definitely someone that keeps me entertained and keeps me out of the dark in more ways than she'll ever realize. So all of those people in my life, I can't even imagine talking to the person that I was years ago who was playing COD, a little too young to be playing COD, mind you, saying, hey, you're going to be a content creator someday, and you're going to play with the mocap stars, you're going to play with some of the actors, you're going to come toe-to-toe with some of the biggest names in the content creating world, and they're going to know who you are, and that baffles my mind. So to every last one of you out there, I'm not sure if all of you are going to see this video, I can't thank you guys enough. Because at the end of the day, you all are what make me what I am. And I wouldn't be half the person I am today if it weren't for all of you. So, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. All of you out there, you guys are the meta. And I'm done with all the mushy stuff. And this is Dank Dan, signing off.
Get them to hit that subscribe button, Dank. It's the only way we can figure out the numbers.
15.
What do the numbers mean, Dank? We're wasting valuable time.